The future of Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and beyond. What lies ahead for Jim Carrey's iconic villain? With the recent release of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, fans were left with a thrilling yet mysterious cliffhanger that has left many wondering about the fate of Dr. Ivo Robotnik, played by the legendary Jim Carrey. The movie's storyline took a bold direction, with Robotnik and his grandfather Gerald venturing into space on a mission that would ultimately have grave consequences. As the plot unfolded, the mission's success came at a cost, resulting in casualties, including the death of Robotnik and the fan-favorite character Shadow the Hedgehog. However, in a post-credits scene, it was revealed that the evil hedgehog survived the space explosion, while the fate of Ivo Robotnik remains shrouded in mystery. This narrative twist has raised many questions among fans, particularly about whether Dr. Robotnik will return in the upcoming sequel, Sonic the Hedgehog 4. While nothing is confirmed yet, the film's writers Josh Miller and Pat Casey recently shared their thoughts on the future of the iconic villain in an interview with Games Radar. They hinted that despite the apparent death of Dr. Robotnik in the third installment, the door is still open for his return in future films. As Miller jokingly put it, "We hope that they make a zillion of these, and who knows, by Sonic the Hedgehog 8? Like with the Fast and Furious franchise, that's demonstrated that nobody really needs to stay dead if you don't want to." Miller's comment about the possibility of bringing back characters even after they've seemingly perished is a tongue-in-cheek reference to the Fast and Furious franchise, which is known for its over-the-top action and the frequent return of characters who have been presumed dead. The Fast and Furious films have made it clear that no character is truly gone for good if the storyline requires them to make a comeback, no matter how implausible their resurrection may seem. This lighthearted remark from Miller seems to imply that the same logic could apply to Sonic the Hedgehog 4 and beyond, especially if there is still a desire to bring Dr. Robotnik back into the fold. Despite the humorous undertone of Miller's comment, it does raise an intriguing point about the nature of storytelling in blockbuster franchises. In an era of comic book adaptations, reboots, and reimaginings, audiences have become accustomed to characters defying death or finding creative ways to return to the narrative. This trend has been exemplified in films and TV series across genres, and Sonic the Hedgehog is no exception. The prospect of Dr. Robotnik making a comeback in future films is an exciting possibility for fans who have grown fond of Carrey's portrayal of the villainous character. In the same interview, Miller also addressed the challenges of bringing such an iconic character to life on the big screen. He noted that Jim Carrey's performance in the role was nothing short of exceptional, adding that it's a very short list of actors who could have pulled this off. Possibly there's only one name on it. Miller went on to praise Carrey for his comedic timing, energy, and ability to portray a character as larger than life as Dr. Robotnik. Carrey's portrayal of Dr. Robotnik has been widely praised by critics and fans alike for its unique blend of humor, menace, and eccentricity. The actor's ability to balance the character's over-the-top villainy with a sense of absurdity has made him a standout in the Sonic the Hedgehog film series. His portrayal of Robotnik has become iconic, and it's no surprise that fans are eager to see more of him in future installments. While Miller acknowledged that the fate of Dr. Robotnik depends largely on Carrey's willingness to reprise the role, he expressed hope that the actor would be open to returning in future films. "Of course he's dead. It was a space explosion. He's completely dead, unless, maybe," Miller teased, leaving the door open for the possibility of Carrey's return. The fate of Robotnik, it seems, may ultimately hinge on whether Carrey is willing to step back into the role that has become synonymous with his comedic brilliance. This uncertainty about the future of Dr. Robotnik in Sonic the Hedgehog 4 has sparked widespread speculation among fans. Many are hopeful that Carrey will return to the role, given the tremendous success of his portrayal in the first three films. However, others have raised concerns that the character's return may undermine the emotional stakes of Robotnik's apparent death in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. After all, if characters can be brought back from the dead with little explanation, it could diminish the impact of their sacrifice and the stakes of the story. That said, the Sonic the Hedgehog films have always been known for their playful and adventurous tone, So it's entirely possible that Robotnik's return could be handled in a way that fits the tone of the franchise. The films have already introduced a wide array of fantastical elements, from the chaotic power of the Chaos Emeralds to the cosmic adventures of Sonic and his friends, so a resurrection or return of Dr. Robotnik could easily be woven into the narrative without disrupting the overall story. Carrey's involvement in the Sonic the Hedgehog films has been a major factor in their success, and his return would likely bring a sense of continuity and excitement to the series. The actor has expressed his love for the character and his enjoyment of playing Dr. Robotnik, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that he could return to the role if the story calls for it. Fans would undoubtedly be thrilled to see Carrey's trademark comedic style once again bringing new life to the character of Dr. Robotnik. While the future of Dr. Robotnik remains uncertain, one thing is clear: the character has become a defining part of the Sonic the Hedgehog films. Whether he returns in Sonic the Hedgehog 4 or appears later in the series, fans will be eagerly awaiting his next move. Jim Carrey's portrayal of Dr. Robotnik has left an indelible mark on the franchise, and it's safe to say that the character will remain a key player in the Sonic universe for years to come. As the Sonic the Hedgehog film series continues to evolve, it will be interesting to see how the writers and filmmakers choose to incorporate Dr. Robotnik into the larger narrative. Whether or not Carrey returns to the role, one thing is certain: the legacy of Dr. Robotnik will continue to play a significant role in the future of the franchise, and fans can't wait to see where the next chapter takes us. With the fourth installment already announced, the excitement surrounding the future of the Sonic universe is at an all-time high, and the mystery of Dr. Robotnik's fate will undoubtedly remain one of the central questions moving forward. In conclusion, while the writers of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 have left the fate of Dr. Robotnik up in the air, the possibilities for his return are endless. Whether it's through a resurrection, a surprise twist, or a new storyline, fans can rest assured that Dr. Robotnik's journey is far from over. As long as Jim Carrey is willing to continue playing the character, there's no limit to how far the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise can go. The question remains: will Dr. Robotnik return in Sonic the Hedgehog 4? Or will the villain remain a mystery until the next sequel? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: Sonic fans are in for an exciting ride ahead.